If you want insight into how I keep up with everything happening in the news, stick around until the end of this video for an important offer from Ground News. One of the reasons that I know the Republicans don't have an agenda or even a narrative for the campaign is that there's no long-term communication. There's not even a medium-term communication strategy. They're just flying by the seat of their pants, going hour by hour and day by day. Because the narrative for the last few hours has been that Kamala Harris isn't going to be the nominee because Barack Obama hasn't endorsed her, that the party hasn't decided yet. And that's what they run with, and that's what they feed to the MAGA morons. That's what they feed to people in the YouTube comments, people who say dumb shit like this. Former President Barack Obama reportedly does not believe that Vice President Kamala Harris can beat former President Donald Trump in the general election and will hold on endorsing her. And then, some quotes from the New York Post and this other idiot who's a regular caller, an obsessive caller of mine, LMFAO, laughing my fucking ass off, I guess. You have the insanity to talk about moronic giggling. OMG. OMG, huh? Mr. Burton. You and Kamala have the title for that. Kamala claims that she is not black. She swears she's Indian. You dipshit. Two separate words. It's one word, dipshit. And then he says, I'm saying Kamala claimed to be Indian, not black. I'm even saying that Black Lives Matter will not endorse Kamala. I am saying that Obama will not endorse Kamala. Political geniuses in the comments here, which is great. Even Donald Trump, and this is where they get this information, they follow him on the True Social. They see the announcements from the campaign because the dear leader speaks, and it must be fact, it must be truth. And there's this section that Donald Trump tweeted, or the campaign made a statement about debating when they're backing out of the debate with Kamala Harris. And Donald Trump, the campaign, said this: given the continued political chaos surrounding crooked Joe Biden and the Democrat Party, general election debate details cannot be finalized until Democrats formally decide on their nominee. There is a strong sense by many in the Democrat Party, namely Barack Hussein Obama, that Kamala Harris is a Marxist fraud who cannot beat President Trump. And they are still holding out for someone better. Not just Trump, not just dipshits in the comments, though. Kayleigh McEnany was the guest host for Jesse Waters, the racist troll, his show on Fox News. And she said this, reading some of the same quotes that YouTube commenter was talking about. Here's like a minute or so of her show. And then I wonder what happened. Can you guess what it is that happened? Watch Kayleigh McEnany.
Now, Kamala may not have had the answers then, but she's going to have to answer every one of those questions now. She's the top of the ticket, and she appears to have had some sort of media training. She's almost like a different person, but same radical policies. The kingmakers of the party, though, they'll be watching for two things. Number one, can she handle the attacks on her record? And number two, can she sufficiently distance herself from Joe Biden? Barack Obama is betting no. Even though NBC and CNN are reporting that Obama is about to give Kamala his endorsement, it is imminent. Sources close to the Biden family, yes, the Biden family, tell the New York Post that Obama is very upset because he knows she can't win. Quote, Obama knows she's just incompetent. She cannot navigate the landmines that are ahead of her. That was a Biden family source. And the source says, just wait until the debate. She's going to say something really stupid. Ouch. Well, when Obama isn't ready for Kamala's radical takeover, that says everything you need to know. Because it's not just bad policies that Democrats have to worry about, it's her credibility too.
So Barack Obama is betting no.
3 hours later.
Because only hours later, this happened on Twitter. And it was posted with a video. Here's the text, though, before I get to that video. Earlier this week, Michelle, by the way, this is from Barack Obama, Barack Hussein Obama, the man who thinks that Kamala Harris is a Marxist fraud, even though they say he's a Marxist, so I don't know why he wouldn't want her to be there, too. He tweeted this earlier this week. Michelle and I called our friend Kamala Harris. We told her we think she'll make a fantastic president of the United States and that she has our full support. At this critical moment for our country, we're going to do everything we can to make sure she wins in November. We hope you join us. And it was accompanied with this video.
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Oh, hi. You're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh, my goodness. Michelle, Brock, this means so much to me. I am looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
So again, they do not have a cohesive messaging strategy, whether long-term or medium-term. All they've got is hour by hour trying to create chaos. When the former press secretary for Donald Trump and his administration, Kayleigh McEnany, is going on Fox News to just spout rumor and innuendo and lies put out by their sister company, the paper that Rupert Murdoch also owns, New York Post, with these quotes that end up hours later being just proven false. Obama he's not ready to, the kingmakers of the party. What are you talking about? There is nothing, no low that's too low. There's not an embarrassing moment that's too embarrassing or too humiliating for these people. They're ready to get back out there after being proven wrong time and time and time and time again. Shamelessness is their superpower. Cruelty, it is said, is their superpower. It's one of them, but shamelessness and dignity-free performances all around seem to be really where it's at. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think about this. We can have a conversation in the comments. We can disagree agreeably if indeed we do disagree. You can also call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this work. Click the join button below. For as little as $1.99, you can become a channel member, helping me make these videos. That would be great. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I'd love to see you there. That would be great. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore, blah, blah, blah. I will shut my mouth and get out of your way so you can go on with your day. I recently posted a video about Judge Cannon dismissing Trump's classified documents case. Look, it's easy to feel helpless being faced with discordant news and headlines like this. I know the feeling. Trust me, I know the feeling. But look, we're not in a position in our country or indeed our world where a single one of us can tune out. We need to stay in this political fight. And the best way to do that is to stay informed. One incredible tool I use is Ground News, a completely apolitical and independent app and website that gathers related articles from across the political spectrum. Ground News allows readers to compare coverage to see who is spinning what narrative to their own end. Knowledge is power, right? It's not just a saying. So you had better empower the information you're getting with Ground News. Scan the QR code below or go to ground.news/Dollemore right now to score 40% off their Vantage plan, which allows you unlimited access. Ground News gives you a summary of each news story showing where the left, center, and right have focused their reporting, along with a visual representation of each news outlet's political bias, their funding, and thus their credibility. You can then compare coverage with full insight on any bias twisting the story. But you can take it even deeper. With their blind spot feed, Ground News sheds light on important news that's receiving insufficient coverage from both the left and the right, which is something I try to do on this very show. You cannot change something if you're not aware of it. Empower the information you are getting by heading to ground.news/Dollemore or just scan my QR code below to save 40% off the exact same unlimited access Vantage plan that I use for this show. By signing up, you'll be supporting not one, but 2 independent platforms working to make media more transparent. Ground News and the Dollemore Daily. Empower your knowledge with Ground News.